and welcome to another episode of Dos and Half Cincos. This is episode number 61. This week, as part of Spooktober, we are reviewing The Witch, as well as Street Sharks Season 3, Episode 25.
It's only been like 50 episodes, David.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know whether to call it The Vavitch or The Witch.
Or the
I couldn't...
Street Sharks or the...
Or the Street Sharks.
Street Sharks.
Yeah.
No. Oh, Jocelyn. Okay.
Before we get into it, as always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Dirk.
And I'm on time, David.
Sorry, I had
to...
He had to finish watching the movie.
I did. It only took me an extra day to be able to finish watching it, but yep, wow. Finished it. So besides our movie of the week, The Vavitch, or The Witch, whatever you want to call it, what else did you guys catch up on? Did you guys see anything else? No? Fantastic. Any other movie news?
Fine.
What?
Fine. You know what? Fine. You know what? No.
Yeah, Ben was going to watch some weird 80s flick.
No.
Which one? What was it this time?
I watched Not Another Teen Movie.
Ooh, I feel like I did that several episodes ago.
You did, and you know, it was something that you actually said a few episodes ago about it. I didn't really understand what you were talking about when you watch it. You said that you really enjoyed the people like yelling in the background.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like, holy fuck, I forgot how funny the people in the fucking background were. Like, just the random shit that they say. Like, what was it? The big fat football guy. Like, you know how they're counting down his concussions.
Reggie Ray.
Yeah, Reggie Ray. There you go. And then he gets knocked out finally, and the whole crowd's just watching, and everything goes silent, and you just hear that one random guy yell in the background, "Come on, you got one more concussion!" Or like when Janie jumps into the pool off the roof with her clothes on, and she's all wild and everything, and then Jamie Presley's character walks up to her and tries to embarrass her by like taking a water bottle. Yeah, just dumping all that water on her, and then that random girl's like, "Oh no, that's gonna stain." Man, I forgot how fucking good
that movie's just all around classic.
I know. I'm very sad because that is like towards the tail end of all those spoof movies, of all those, all those spoof movies.
Yeah.
Like that was like the creme de la creme, like along with like Scary Movie 3 and everything. I think those came out at the same time, and now we got jack shit. It's
like a dead genre for some reason.
No one can do it no more. I mean, Leslie Nielsen carried that genre on his shoulders for so long.
That was what I was about to say. I think it kind of like ended when those guys kind of left the building.
It's unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah. What about you, Stu? Did you catch on anything? Not another scary movie?
See, that could be... Well, I guess that's technically what Scary Movie is, but...
See, we should review Scary Movie.
Maybe
Wait, is that...
Maybe you should have picked it for comedy then.
Huh?
You should have picked it when we did comedy.
But it's a scary movie.
No, it's not.
Then why is it called Scary Movie, Stu?
Because you're an idiot.
Damn, the silence is deafening, Stu.
No comebacks from Stu? That's a crazy one.
Wait, did my mic cut out?
No.
Shut up, Stu. The silence is still deafening. Okay. It's ringing in my ears.
Oh my god. All right.
No, I didn't watch anything because it's only been like
a day.
Less than 24 hours or something. Then
it's been more than 24
over 25, 36 hours. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician.
I'm not a math scientist.
Yeah. I did watch what did I watch? Shit. I just kept watching what's that show called? Haunting at Bly Manor. Still watching that.
How far into the series are you?
I don't know how many episodes there are, but I'm probably either close to the end or I'm like pretty like 3/4 of the way in. So.
Okay. Does it make you want to watch the other one, The Haunting of
Hill House? I already watched that one.
Oh, okay. How does it compare to that one?
I think I have to kind of wait to see what the end result is, because I think I had a gripe about Hill House because I can't remember the ending, and maybe I might be wrong, but I kind of don't like when horror movies, like if I take the what was that, Lights Out as an example.
Oh, where it
Uh,
ends, where they kill off the thing.
no, where it's like it turns out the big scary thing was just a metaphor for real life problems. Like, I don't like that. I want the scary thing to be an actual scary thing,
Hmm.
not a metaphor or whatever. I just want it to be a scary thing. So,
Hmm. You are what you are.
and I
Stay that
think,
way.
yeah, I think Haunting of Hill House had a somewhat similar type of thing going on at the end. I don't
Okay.
remember. So,
All right. Well, whenever you finish Bly
God, you
Mather,
cannot talk tonight.
I can't. Not today. Sorry. Too much coffee probably. When you finish that one, I guess we'll wait to see how that compares and if it had the same
Yep.
sense or feeling. For me, I actually just turned Irene over to starting to watch Blacklist, and I
Mm.
completely forgot how much I enjoyed the first season. And so I started watching that with her again. So we're almost done with the first season. She's been binge watching, and I've been like kind of like catching up a little bit here and there. And so I think the last time I stopped, I was stopping on like episode 10. And then today she came over to hang out for a little bit and we were watching. And I was like, wait, how far? And she's like, on 18. I was like, what the heck? It's only been
Yeah.
it's been half a day and you've already watched another 6 or 7
Yeah.
episodes.
She's like, "Why? What
Oh,
have you been doing? Not
working?
watching this?"
Yeah, that's true. Not
Wait,
watching.
is Blacklist
Um,
the one with James Spader?
yes,
Is
it
that it?
is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys ever get a chance to catch that?
No.
No,
No,
I didn't.
no interest. Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know. I think
All
it just started. It started airing around a time where I was like, "There's too many things to watch," and I just
Oh,
never.
that's true.
I think
Yeah, I
because it
think
was
it came.
on. I think it started like it was like Breaking Bad is
Uh
on,
huh.
and then like all pretty much all those
Walking
other, yeah,
Dead,
all the other
and
AMC shows, and
that's true. Yeah, it definitely did collide with a lot of them. So I think that was a good time to be a TV fan because literally there was whatever genre you were looking for, you had it. Right? It's like, oh, I want zombie stuff. Well, there's Walking Dead. If you want
yeah,
like crime mystery stuff, then
yeah,
I guess Blacklist and some of the other ones. What actually surprises me is the fact that SVU has been running for
dude,
has bookended both of them, right? Like everybody else has ended and they're still going.
yeah, those shows are never gonna end.
And we're not even talking about like the spin-offs, right? Like LA or New York or Chicago. I don't remember what all the other ones are, but this one's going to last for forever. But
Wait, actually, wait. Oh yeah, because I think yeah, because just the standard Law and Order. I think I remember from a episode of 30 Rock, they actually ended it, and they're like, how could you end it? It was a tent pole or something.
oh, 30 Rock. You know what the thing is? We never want shows like that to ever end, but at the same time, until it ends, I feel like a lot of people don't really appreciate it as much, and it doesn't really get that much fanfare until like after it's done, and people are like, man, that was a really really good show. I remember watching the end of 30 Rock, and I was like, all right, I guess it is over now. I guess
Yeah.
I have to accept that. But all right, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and jump over to our box office rundown.
Street Sharks.
Because no, it's episode 25. There's two more. I mean, it was.
You didn't watch it, did you?
I did watch it. So in this one, what ends up happening is the bad rap and his gang attack a submarine, like a naval base, and they try to steal a submarine, are unsuccessful, only because of the Dino Avengers and Street Sharks combined. And then after they are able to apprehend bad rap, they get away because the Dino Avengers are falling ill to this random virus, which Ben's
Smallpox.
fine. Yeah, fine. Ben's fine. Was it smallpox? No, they said like some dino virus or something like that. I was like coronavirus. Okay, so
Dinopox.
they are dying from the small virus or whatever, corona smallpox 20, and they have to find this root in the or moss fungus in the Amazon rainforest. Make contact. They eventually find it. And that's it. That's 25.
and they got to put out the fire, and they have a montage of putting out the fire. I gotta ask though, why were you so adamant about skipping over Street Sharks just because there's 2 episodes left? This was the whole point, was that we finish it and do this the right way.
Yeah, because all you guys cared about was the countdown, so might as well just say 25, 2 more, and then
Yeah,
move
but
on.
you didn't even say Street Sharks. You didn't even say the title of the episode.
Yeah.
You didn't even
What
say
is
anything.
the title of the episode, David?
Shark Wars?
David, did you watch this?
I did.
Or are you just reading off of Wikipedia?
No, Shark Wars.
Was it Shark Wars? Yeah, I'm thinking of Super Shark from yesterday.
Wait, what was Super Shark? Oh, the other one? Yeah,
no, Trojan Sharks, right? No,
25. Oh, Jungle Sharks. Sorry.
Jungle Sharks. There we go.
Super Shark was one from previously.
Yeah, yesterday. Or last week, I mean, for the listeners.
That's true. So there's 2 more left. Dino Countdown, Shark Dive. I don't know. I skipped over because.
Do we need to talk about what we're going to fill the segment with after we finish Street Sharks?
We can. That could be in its own show entirely.
Mandalorian. Because that's.
I haven't started the new season.
Well, wham.
The new season started?
No,
yeah.
It's next week. It's next week.
Oh. I thought it was this week.
No, it's next week.
Oh. Next week then 2 weeks after Street Shark.
That means we'll have to implement Spoiler Zone again.
Yep.
Spoiler Zone.
You don't have to spoil, but you. I like that. I like that version better.
Yeah.
Stay here. All right. Any other thoughts on Street Sharks, guys?
We're 2 episodes away from being free of this mortal coil.
Are you gonna kill yourself afterwards, Ben?
What do you mean? We're already dead.
Then that means we're already free of the mortal coil.
Nope. That's his plight in his afterlife is watching Street Sharks. Actually, it's Dino Avengers.
It's like what was that movie? Was it just Ghost? Where it's like, oh, you have to finish your unfinished business before you can go to heaven.
What you mean? Make pottery with Patrick Swayze?
Yeah. Isn't that everyone's life goal?
I mean, that was mine. I want Patrick Swayze to lovingly go behind me and just mold
suggestively make pottery. You mean between my legs?
Oh, come on. It wasn't suggestively. It was just full on.
It was explicitly making,
Yeah, explicitly. I mean, if you watch in Japan, they actually pixelate all of it.
I mean, I guess explicitly, he was literally making pottery with her, but he was doing it in a suggestive manner.
Explicit.
It's not like they were. It's not like they were hiding the fact they were doing pottery.
It was, full penetration pottery making. I mean, they went really deep into that hole for the pot.
Up to their elbows.
All right, let's go ahead and move over to our box office rundown. We have a brand new #1 movie in the nation. It's Honest Thief with 3.7 million. The War with Grandpa falls to #2 with 2.5. Tenet #3 at 1.6. #4 is a re-release, The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1.3 million. Hocus Pocus when it's re-released at 756,000. Two Hearts is brand new to the top 10 at #6. #7 is New Mutants, down from #4. Unhinged to #8, down from 5. Love and Monsters is #9, and #10 is The Kid Detective with $140,000. Guys, anything interesting there?
Honestly, I don't really care because we can't participate in any of this box office stuff.
I know it's killing you because you wanted to see War with Grandpa.
Yeah, or what was the kids one you just said?
The Kid Detective.
Spy Kids.
Oh shit, we're going to watch Spy Kids? Hell yeah.
The Kid Detective.
Did you know that Spy
I'm so
Kids
disappointed I can't watch that.
The prequel to Machete? Did you know that?
Actually, I wanted to ask Ben, when are you planning on seeing Tenet again?
This Saturday.
Yeah, when are you not inviting us to see it?
The invitation's still valid this Saturday.
I haven't seen it in my inbox. Yeah. Did you get your Evite, Stu?
I didn't. My phone doesn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Here, let me send out this Outlook meeting request.
Why is this just a picture of Patrick Swayze and Ben doing pottery?
Come on. He said he'll do all of us at the same time. Come on.
Damn it! Now we have to work in watching Ghost so that I can make the picture for the episode Ben and Patrick Swayze.
Well, it's a wait. That could be our Halloween.
It's not a
movie.
horror movie. Shut up.
Ghost.
There's ghosts in it.
Yeah, but Whoopi Goldberg is also in it. So
it's so scary that she's so good.
EGOT, man. She got an EGOT. That's scary.
Wait, is that a daytime Emmy?
EGOT.
Yeah, I don't. That's unfortunate. Wait, where are you seeing? What AMC are you seeing it at, Ben? Are we allowed to just show up?
Yes, but
you have tickets ahead of time.
No, you don't. You just have to show up when I do.
And a positive COVID test.
They will only allow you in if
15 minutes before.
15 minutes before, and we all have to go in at the same time.
Where is it at?
AMC Tustin.
Okay. What time?
7, but we're getting there at 6:30.
What if we're outside boycotting?
Boycotting what?
Ben shouldn't allow to watch this movie.
God damn it,
David. Jesus! You cannot pick your words.
No, it's been a long day. Sorry.
Wait, David, do you smell toast, David?
Do you smell burnt toast, David?
No. Nope. No burnt toast.
Okay, fine. I'll send you the information.
Jeez. Thank you, Ben. It's like
3 weeks after we had to I kept bringing it up on this podcast.
Yeah. She's like, gee, I sure wish I could go see it. Ben just silent.
So what about them street sharks? Ben, we've already moved on from that segment half an hour ago.
Like kicking a little rock around with my feet, just like, gee golly, it sure would be nice to go see a movie.
Dude, did it work? Did we finally get him to commit?
I don't know. My phone, he hasn't sent out a text or anything yet, so we'll see.
Who's he fake texting?
I don't know.
You texting Letty? I'm never letting these guys into this.
Letty would be like, Ben, why didn't you invite them?
Letty, you don't listen to our podcast. Why did you listen to this one and then find out that you didn't invite them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because anyways.
All right. So invitations in the mail, right, Ben?
Invitations have just gone out. Yes.
Perfect. Excellent. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll jump over to our movie of the week this week. It is The Vitch or The Witch, depending on
The Vitch.
All right, Stu, I think this one you picked, right?
Yeah.
All right, Ben. Stu, tell us about it.
Okay. So, King George III is a tyrant and rules the colonies with this is before the colonies, I think, were formed. Anyways, they send out a bunch of people to colonize the new world, and a couple guys get in trouble with the church, trying to do some witchcraft in my neighborhood. So they got one little
and they all got scared.
Yeah.
Moving my farm next to the
one little virgin, and his mom got scared and said, "We're moving to the country by ourselves."
The scary forest.
So then out in the scary woods, they encounter a bunch of spooky stuff where it's like, oh man, it must be a witch, because that's all we're capable of thinking things are back then. But actually, it turns out those were real things back then, and they had every right to be scared and call everyone witches. Apparently, so all the Salem witch trials, those were all legit. Like, so I think this movie proves. And what's her name? Thomason. Our main character has to do battle with the witch, or at least the witches. The witch.
Thanks, Stu.
And then the synopsis just somewhat ends.
Yeah.
All right, Stu, thanks for that. Ben, we'll turn it over to you. What were your thoughts on the Vitch?
Well, I don't know. It's like, well, I don't really have much to say about it, and then I really liked it.
Okay, thanks, David. What did
Yeah.
you think?
I thought it was all right. I really liked the sound design because it definitely had
Is
this.
it because you had your eyes closed the whole time?
I couldn't see anything. No, I thought it was interesting. A lot of the choices that were made because like clearly there was, I don't know. Was I right in thinking that there was like a weird vibe between the brother and the sister?
What do you mean?
Thomas from One Direction,
Like how he kept
staring
looking
at
at
her.
her, looking
Uh huh.
down her top.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that's how things just went back then.
They're just like you're the closest
It's
thing
like you're
to.
whatever, you know.
I
Yeah, I
mean, the
mean,
mother got mad at him and even accused her of, bewitching him because she was acting like a little slut in front of him. That's what she kept saying. She's like, I see the
Trying
way
to
they looks at you.
like trying to seduce her younger brother and her dad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I was a little bit confused about the silver chalice. What was the? I couldn't figure out why her mom was so attached to that thing. Is
That
it
was
because
from her
that's the only
dad.
thing of value, or was it
Yeah, and
like
it
a
was a gift from
spiritual?
her dad.
that yeah, plus yeah, it's a family
Oh.
heirloom.
I thought,
Although now that you mention it, well, I don't know if we're talking about what we thought of the movie first before we get into
oh, sorry. So yeah, for me, I think in general, I think a 6 out of 10. I mean, it definitely left me wanting towards the end because I think when Ben said that Stu's synopsis just kind of ended, I was like,
kind of
okay,
like the movie.
kind of like the movie, yeah. So that I felt like a little bit left wanting to have a little bit more of an explanation or see where this goes because I feel like it was like maybe 3/4 of a movie, but I feel like I can also see it kind of as an ending as well. So yeah, 6 out of 10.
Did you just rate Happy Death Day higher than this movie?
He did. He actually
Of
did.
course, I picked Happy Death Day. It gets the David bump.
The David, I wasn't a scaled bonus.
Yes,
Yeah,
I could watch it with both eyes open.
as opposed to none.
I watched it with both eyes open. They're through my fingers. Thank you very much.
I just, by the way, I just got Ben's invite to say get fucked. So
I saw that too. That's
That'd
why
be
I was
perfect.
laughing earlier. But
okay,
okay.
Yeah, get
Well,
fucked this Saturday at 7. Don't forget, guys.
okay.
so I
Well, what?
to be here.
No, I didn't say anything yet. Although
Okay, go
Ben
ahead.
didn't really say anything either. But anyways, fuck Ben.
Yep.
So yeah, this was my pick. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. It looked pretty scary. I really liked the setting. I really liked the way it was shot. All like the very, everything was very dark and kind of like
Old
well, not old because that was just
antiquated.
of its time, but uh, and I really like the father. They really like when they cast. They should get an A+ for casting because that dude looks like someone who just rolled off like the the Santa Maria or something with his little pilgrim hat on.
And his
He looks
voice.
straight up like
Yeah,
a
and his beard.
yeah. He was like the most pilgrim looking ass dude I've ever seen in my life. So great job with that. And also, I mean, you said turn the subtitles on. I didn't like after I did watch it with subtitles, but after watching, I was like, I don't really feel like I needed them. So
I did
I don't.
only when the dad was talking because it was kind of hard and muddled to hear some of the
Yeah,
words that he was pronouncing. That other than
Mm,
that, it was everything else was fine, but it was a little bit jarring to hear a lot of the these and thous and
yeah,
dust.
just say your God.
yeah,
um,
like, come on.
just say it.
To the father,
No, your father.
the
Uh,
father.
hello, governor. Uh, uh, but I think one issue I had it. I don't feel like it was as scary as it could have been. I feel like it was more of like a almost like a
Precursor.
suspense type of movie, like with horror theme to it.
Hmm.
Because I think it got started off on a really like high note, like a really like, oh shit, that just happened, and then it kind of just went downhill from there as far as like the scare factor. Um, and of course, what I'm referring to as when the baby, what was his name,
Sam.
Sam.
Sam gets abducted. That was like, oh shit, that shit just happened. So
Mm.
that was probably the scariest part, or like the creepiest part for me. But then the rest of the movie kind of like, it was all right. I mean, the
I just felt really uneasy the entire
yeah,
time.
it wasn't anything that was like, oh, nothing really like hit you at the end that was like, holy shit. I feel like they could have done more with the witch, the actual witch. They only showed like very little of her, but so but all in all, it was a well done movie, a well made movie. So I mean, as a movie, I give it like an 8 or 9, but as like a horror movie, I'd probably give it like a 7.
Hmm. Fair.
Okay, what about you, Ben?
Okay, so not a conventional horror film. I gotta admit, it's very tense, very dark, very brooding, and like you guys said, it makes you feel very uncomfortable. It makes you feel the sense of dread even when you're done watching it. That's what I really liked about it. That's what I want to see in a horror movie. Something that makes you feel horrified even after the credits rolled. I mean, I guess I have like a different reaction towards some of the scenes than you guys, but I did, feel like, oh man, yeah, this is some good horror stuff. Not just the baby part. The baby part was like the peak, but I still was getting that kind of feeling with what was it, that hallucination the mom was having
Mm-hmm.
with crap, I can't remember the
Caleb.
Caleb. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, Caleb, and then it turns out to be a raven and shit, and
Oof.
the witch eating the goat and everything. Uh, like I don't like horror films that just has jump scares. Jump scares are good, but if that's all you got, I feel like it's just a really cheap way to get a reaction out of you. And it's not
Mm.
really something that sticks with you. It's like in the moment you're like, ah, it's just like, ah, you got me, you devil, you. But then afterwards you're like, ah, okay,
Oh, you devil! I see what you did.
yeah. See, it's just like I don't know, and I feel differently about the end. I actually really, really liked the ending. It was that build up into the final few moments that really kind of drove the whole movie home for me because the whole movie is like Stu said, it's really suspenseful. It's very tense. You don't really know what's going on. Are these all hallucinations? Is this just like fabrications of what everyone's saying? Because they're so very religious. Everything they do is just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, I've upset Jesus Christ, my Lord. Here, let me say these prayers. And it's just like these could be just hallucinations of theirs where they think that there's some dark spirit out to get them, or it's really the witch. But after everything that's happened with all like the paranoia and her whole family dead, we get that final scene where Thomason, just loses it and starts talking to the black
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 Phillip.
Black
Mm-hmm.
Phillip, yeah, and she's just like, give me a sign, tell me you're there, and then she finally gives up, turns away, and then you hear that fucking
Bang.
voice, it's
Mm-hmm.
just like,
That
oh,
was probably like along with the baby scene. That was probably like the next scene. That was like,
yeah, holy shit, and they cast that voice so goddamn well. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
that voice just kind of like creeps into your ear. It's just like, what do you want? It's just like, oh fuck, it's just like
damn you, Black Phillip.
yeah, it was just like you're talking to a fucking goat. You're stupid, girl, and it's just like, no, I'm Satan. It's just like, oh fuck, you're Satan. It's just like, and then what I really liked was, I actually had to rewind this part because I wanted to see that scene again. But when she's looking at the book that Black Phillip provides her, and you see that boot in the background, one of the feet is a
Oh,
goat hoof, and one of them is a human foot. So it was just
oh,
like,
the boot.
oh, yeah, I was just like, oh fuck,
And then
and her
that dashing young man walks behind her.
oh yeah. Oh man, I got super hard for that.
Oh
Oh,
man, look at that cape and that
oh.
hat and
And
the
that
mustache.
goatee.
And they said
Ooh.
capes aren't cool. Lies.
Yeah, but after that, her wandering into the forest, finding that witch's coven, and her just ascending into the sky as she goes mad and just goes into that evil cackle. It's like you pull back the curtain all the way back, full descent into evil. Like that's what really drove it home for me. And it's like what you said, Stu. I don't like horror films that kind of end on a happy note, or it's like, oh, it wasn't really evil, it's just
Right.
this, or
Yeah.
XYZ, or
Yeah.
it's Scooby Doo, Old Man Jenkins,
Yeah. I would
it
have
was
gotten away with it
keepers.
too.
If it
But
wasn't
yeah,
for your dog and Scooby Doo.
no, yeah, they really went into it. They're like, no, this is a folklore. This
Nope.
is like an actual
This
folklore tale.
this is literally Satan, and these are witches.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we get those little glimpses of like some folklore inspirations throughout the film. The twins, Jack and Jill. The the young witch inside that hut. She was wearing that red cape, Red Riding Hood. The wolf, everything like
Mhm.
that. So it was definitely a very inspired movie. And the director Robert Eggers, is that his name? I can't remember.
Edgar.
Eggers. Yeah, he does a lot of
Why is that name
footwork.
familiar?
He did The Lighthouse.
Oh,
He did
okay, that's right.
and which was also very, very heavy into the time accurate dialogue.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, you spent a lot of time, actually,
Researching the dialogue, writing the
yeah,
script.
yeah. I mean, on top of all the aesthetic and the acting that you get out of the actors, everything you get out of them, you're also, putting a lot of effort into constructing their actual dialogue, which I feel like a lot of people didn't do. And this actually reminds me of a previous movie we reviewed, which was Hansel or Gretel and Hansel.
Yep.
Oh.
And I felt like this is like Gretel and Hansel, except if it were good.
Like the first only few minutes of the movie that you kind of get the Hansel and Gretel vibe was better than Gretel and Hansel the movie.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You kind of like appreciate what they were going for, but it didn't land the same
Right.
way
Yeah.
this one did.
No, it's like the guy kind of made this movie and didn't do any research or anything into the movie. He's just like, yeah, I got this idea about I like Hansel and Gretel, and what happens if we switch the title around? That'd be cool. And the architecture and the location, don't worry about it. I found this really cool house on Airbnb. We can shoot it there. It's just like, but this one, I don't know. It felt like they really did, go the extra mile to ensure that everything about this movie was just as creepy as fuck as possible. So that's why I had to give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, even as a standalone movie and as a horror film.
I think one of the things that didn't do it for me with the ending was because I'm sitting there the whole time, like this is like shortly after she has murdered, or not murdered, but defended herself against her mother and ended up killing her.
Yeah.
And shortly after that, I'm sitting there the whole time thinking like, well, no other choice now. Might as well just go be a witch because you're kind of boxed in. So the whole time I'm sitting there thinking that, and of course it happens. So then I was kind of, I feel like I kind of like anticipated it too much, that it kind of didn't. The ending kind of like, well, what else are you gonna do? So can't go back to town because they'll just call you a witch and kill you. So
shut up, Brain! You're ruining the movie.
That's what I really hoped would have happened. She go back to the town. People will claim she's a witch and goes, "I am," and then kills all of them. That was the resolution I was expecting.
Yeah, but I one of the things I liked about and this is more like the props of the movie, because I mean, I'm not a old timey firearms expert, but it seemed as if they made that musket oversized to make Caleb look so much smaller.
Yeah, I
Because
was
when
gonna ask you about that because, like, yeah, it looked ridiculously
yeah,
big on him, but at the same time I was questioning maybe it is that big. There's
yeah,
no way they would like make a gun that big for like just
right,
this one scene. But I think they did a good job. If they did,
yeah,
accentuate the size of it just to,
make him smaller, make him look
yeah,
like smaller. Yeah,
yeah. That
that
whole
was
time I'm just like, fuck, man. If that guy fires it, he's gone.
yeah.
He's in space. He's in orbit.
But I did want to ask, like, when it originally backfired on the dad the first time, like, what happened there?
I think it was because I think that rabbit is part of the witch's like little.
Oh, so she like blinded him. It wasn't like shrapnel or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. I
Okay,
think
okay.
she may have done, because if you like, that rabbit wasn't like a normal rabbit. If you look at its eyes, they're like pointed forwards, which aren't really a thing that
That's
rabbit eyes
true.
do.
And he also shows
Yeah.
up a couple of times.
Yeah.
Got it.
One thing I was gonna ask you guys, because you mentioned the silver chalice thing,
Mm-hmm.
um, and like the significance of it. Because I know, like at the end when she's making her deal with the devil, the the chalice shows back up again. And it was like, so I'm wondering, like, wait, what's the significance of that? Did you guys notice that?
Oh, I saw that the chalice reappeared in
Or it reappeared
Kate's.
at some point.
Yeah, no, it
Mm-hmm.
reappeared in Kate's hallucination or whatever was going on.
Oh,
It was
oh,
Yeah, that's when it showed up. It was like in the background. You immediately notice that like the lights shining on the chalice, and it's just like, wait a minute. And then she turns around, and then she
It's
sees
gone.
Caleb and her baby. So it's just like
Got it.
everything
Got
that
it.
she wanted in the world just came back.
oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Uh, but the what was it? So you guys keep mentioning how like the witch, is hunting them and everything, and a little disappointing that they didn't show more of the witch. But my interpretation of it was that there was more than one witch that was kind of haunting them, or like going after them. There was the one that dealt with the rabbit, the old woman that was rubbing the baby all over her. There was the young
Ugh,
witch in the
Oh,
yeah no the hut, and
the hot young witch.
yeah, the hot young witch that only showed up for that one scene. But I think there were a few other there were a few witches that were kind of in the mix for this, and it was kind of evident at the end of the movie when she goes to the common, and she sees all those other witches there. But I think like the title, the witch, actually refers to the main character Thomason. You know,
I see.
and
I
she
just assumed it to be the witch was taking on different forms, but yeah, I guess that makes more sense.
do you know if
no,
there's a sequel that's going to be planned for this one?
no, there's definitely not a sequel for this.
No. I feel like there probably should, or they've really set it up for a really good one. Only because I think it's really accurate to the folklore. Because I think it's really interesting that a lot of the witches that are now been portrayed over the years, right? Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. There's a little bit of like a glorification for it. That like, oh, so and so's like look like seeking out after witchcraft and trying to like do some type of spell or something like that. But in this story or this instance, she's kind of like Ben, what you were saying, right? She's kind of like being stalked or preyed upon by a bunch of like different witches that they essentially drive her, that she has no choice left. It's not like she's gifted with anything. She actually never encounters any of them directly, right? It's Caleb runs into them directly. Samuel, unfortunately, runs to them directly, and then she's kind of like around it a lot, but doesn't even know that she's being affected by it. Except for everybody just continues to keep blaming her. Everybody keeps saying you are one, and then eventually she gets this that it actually materializes. Oh, by the way, they've been kind of following you, join us. And she goes, I don't know how, kind of. And then they said, okay, I'll show you, right? I'll guide your hand. And
Yeah.
then that's when that switch kind of flips. And so I think it's kind of interesting how it shows that it's not like one of those, hey, I was dabbling in this, let me go look after, like go after it. It's just kind of like, well, it kind of happened to her, and she was selected, and now she is one. Um, and so like there's this progression where you can kind of see like she kind of gets worn down over time, being kind of blamed by her mom. I forgot her name already.
Kate.
Um, yeah, but yeah, Thomason's kind of almost driven to witchcraft because that's the only place that will accept her, almost, kind of.
Yeah.
Not kind of. It is. It is only the only place in that setting where she can go
No, she can always go back to town.
and then be crushed under a rock or thrown into a lake or burned at the stake. Yeah, okay.
At least that is honorable and the Christian thing to do.
Well,
Yeah.
there it is.
Do you guys have any thoughts on to what they even got cast out of the town to begin with for?
I think okay. So Letty was asking this too, and I guess we can only me and Letty just made guesses about this, but I thought it was just like literally an interpretation of religion at that point because
Yes.
yeah, it was like was the
Okay,
father.
David, settle down.
Confirmed.
It was yeah, that's what they were saying, right? Like his sin was
Mm-hmm.
pretty much pride, right?
Yeah, that
That's what
he wouldn't accept their like interpretation of a certain passage, and that's why he like kind of almost like asked for forgiveness at the very end in that last prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's how I interpreted it as.
Yeah, that's.
Petty.
I don't know. Back then, I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have suffered a pride because I'd be like, "Fuck no, I'm not going out into the woods. I'd rather stay here."
Yeah, I love.
I'll believe whatever you want. Just don't stone me. Take the girl.
Give up my firstborn child. Here you go.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the
All right.
dog dirty. They did.
What happened?
They did the dog dirty.
Yeah, I know that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "You sons of you fucking shit movie. Fuck you."
I know. I'm just like
turned it off.
Let the horse get away scot free, but the dog.
No, we have to actually get we have to get some prosthetics. Make it look like it's bleeding out.
Get some sound of a dog crying or yelping.
Whimpering.
Yeah.
And yeah, you fucking sadistic bastard. Meanwhile, the horse just gets to run off and be a dickhead.
I know.
Prattled. So, okay. Any other thoughts, guys, before we wrap this one up?
No. Nope.
All right. Okay. So, that'll do it for this episode. But, I believe, Ben, you have the honors. What movie are we going to watch for Spooktober?
Oh, man. It
Part
feels
3.
so powerful.
It's not Scary Movie, Ben. You cannot pick
all
a
right,
scary
fantastic.
Okay, fine,
scary
fine.
movie.
No. Here,
all right, go ahead, Ben. What? What?
It's Scary Movie 3, baby. Woo!
No.
I'm not going to let that happen. Sorry, Stu. I
okay.
agree. I'm not going to let it happen either.
Yeah, I'm not letting it happen either.
Come on, you both know what you wanted. Come on. I see it in your eyes.
I will watch that on my own time. But that's not the point of this.
And to not allow, I so want to watch that movie, but it's
Leslie
not
Nielsen's
right.
in it.
Dude, if anybody wants Scary Movie 3 to be our third scary movie of this month, it would be me.
Yeah.
So I'm not allowing it. So Ben, pick something appropriate, please.
Fine.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy who's scared of everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I suck it up for all the people who listen to this podcast. So
all
welcome.
6 of you.
Fine. You know what?
It's 8. Okay, I listened to it at least twice.
So we've gone through a few subcategories of scary movies. We got this folklore.
He's gonna pick Scary Movie 2.
I'm not gonna pick Scary Movie.
You cannot pick a scary movie franchise or franchisee.
There, the rules are set.
Ben,
fine.
Continue.
So we already picked this folklore horror or not. Is it considered gothic? I don't even know. But
period timepiece.
Yeah, period horror folklore movie, and we also got this not horror movie.
Sorry.
Horror movies for weenies, and
weenie.
It's not a horror movie. Hey, I agreed with you. It's not a horror movie. Can we move on? Ben, finish.
So how come he gets to choose another? Okay,
because he's an idiot.
I didn't know better.
Fine. Okay.
And I also usually get a pass.
We are gonna go with something a little old school, something a little more conventional. Let's go with the 1980s classic, The Thing.
Yes. Fuck yes.
All right.
Have you seen this, David? Have you seen it?
I have not. So I know Stu is very, very excited to see this.
Based off of the 2018 hit game Among Us. Woo!
So join us next week as we watch for Spooktober, the 1980s The Thing. Definitely catch us on all your favorite social media platforms. We are available on SoundCloud, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, as well as on YouTube. But make sure also to catch us on Twitch Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Make sure to hit that follow as well as that bell icon to know whenever we are streaming. But before we leave, as always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Don't forget to tip your Reiki masters, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from each other, and we will see you guys on the next one. All right, okay, bye.
Bye. Exit wounds.
Wait. Don't stop talking. David's trying to record us to get free money.
Free content.
free content. He doesn't even want to pay us.
Oh, I hope we got the good one about Anthony Anderson, DMX, and Tom Arnold.
Well,
No, I missed it.
God damn it. So Anthony Anderson, Tom Arnold, DMX walk into
It's
a
gone. Stop. It's gone.
damn it. This is
Thanks,
gonna drive me crazy now. It's Tom Arnold and Anthony Anderson. What's the other one? It's not Romeo Must Die. What's the other one? God damn it.
Dragon something?
No, shut up, David.
Double Dragon.
No. Cradle to the Grave. That's what it was. So
Hey,
Cradle to the Grave. So it's DMX, Anthony Anderson, and Tom Arnold. Yeah, so it's Cradle to the Grave and Exit Wounds. Go watch those two movies and enjoy Anthony Anderson and Tom Arnold. So
Anthony Anderson gonna give it to you.
yeah.
Woof, woof. Woof, woof.